welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I am going to be doing a quick little get ready with me, but I figured while I was at it, I would just answer some big sister questions with you guys, be super honest and open with you all, just because I feel like we have a very personal relationship. So I asked you guys on Instagram to ask me questions that you would ask your big sister, someone you admire, just questions you're too afraid to ask, and I will answer them for you. All right, we're just gonna start with my SPF and moisturizer. Okay, first question is, what is a good age? I have my mirror up here, by the way, so if I'm looking over here, that's why. But what is a good age to start dating? And I genuinely think this is entirely dependent on you as a person and your personal way that you mature, how mature you feel that you are, because dating is something that I feel like we're almost pressured into at a young age that you don't need to participate in unless you genuinely want to. I feel like, this person's dating this person and everybody wants to be involved and, date somebody too just to be doing what everybody else is. But you genuinely, unless it's somebody that you really like them, don't force yourself to be ready to date. I think it 100% depends on the person. For me, I didn't start dating until I was almost 18. I was 17. I think it was 3 months before I turned 18. And that's when I felt I was ready, and that's when I felt it wouldn't distract from other things in my life that I needed to focus on, such as school. But for other people I know, they started dating at a much younger age and they felt that that worked for them. So I think it's just dependent on how comfortable you are with the idea of it. And that's entirely up to you. I think the biggest deal about it is that you should not let, do not let anybody else tell you when you should or shouldn't start dating someone, or oh, you should go out with them, you should go out with them. No, do you want to go out with them? And if the answer is no, or I'm not sure, then leave it alone. You don't need to force yourself to get into that environment, because it is something that, if gone about in the improper way, can be very hurtful to a human being. So if you feel in your heart that you are not ready for that stage of life, then just do not participate in it. It's not something that adds or takes away value from you. You're equally as valuable and interesting of a person with or without a significant other. So that's what I have to say about that. By the way, I'm starting to do my eyebrows right now. This one is periods, and just straight up periods. So there's a lot to cover here. But I feel like it's something that when you're younger, you're either scared or excited for. I fell into the category when I was younger where I was excited for it because I was a bit of a late bloomer. It's not this huge life-changing experience. Get your period and you're like, this is actually very frustrating to deal with. It's cool. If you are a late bloomer and you haven't gotten your period yet, don't worry about it. It'll happen. It'll come around. If you're really concerned that maybe you should have your period now, then just go to your doctor, ask them about it. I'm sure they will let you know if you are on track or not. But everybody is unique in the timing that works for them when they get their period. Some girls get it when they're 10. Some girls get it when they're 16. If your friends have it and you don't yet, you're not weird and you're not broken. Next question. What is the difference between being cocky versus confident? And I remember I couldn't figure out the difference to this for the longest time, because I think a lot of people misinterpret cockiness for being confident, but also it just depends on how secure the person around you is in themselves, because there could be somebody around me that could interpret my confidence as being cocky because they don't like the way I portray my confidence. Maybe it's too loud for them. And honestly, just something I've learned, it doesn't matter. It does not matter how other people view your confidence. It does not matter. I think the main difference between confidence and cockiness is that confidence has more of a quiet surety to itself. I don't even know if surety is a word, but I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. You're sure of yourself, you're comfortable with yourself. People could be making little jabs at you and you're like, that's fine. I know that I'm confident in what I'm doing. When you're confident in yourself, I feel like you don't feel the need to prove that you are confident. Does that make sense? I could be wrong. How to ask your parents if you can start using makeup. And I think some families have a determined rule for this, some don't. Go up to your parent that you feel most comfortable conversing with and expressing your emotions to, and be like, hey, I am really excited about this mascara that I saw and I think it'd be really fun and exciting to try. Is it okay if I try it? And then usually your parents will either be like, yes, no, but if they do say no, just be like, do you think that there's like an age where I could start trying it, and see how they respond to that. And that kind of helps gauge when they're gonna let you wear makeup. How do you know when someone is fake or not a good friend? If they project their insecurities onto you. Like, say they don't like the way their hair looks and all of a sudden they're like, are you sure you're gonna wear your hair like that? I don't know if any of you have ever had friends like that, but I remember having them being like, I thought my hair looked good, now I'm worried if my hair doesn't look good, do people think my hair looks weird? And it was just them projecting their own insecurities onto me. That's definitely something that you do not want in a friend. Another thing is if they go after your crushes. This is a big deal. If someone hears that you like someone and now they want that person because you like them, red flag, get them out of your life. Goodbye, goodbye. Bruh, goodbye. Or when they treat your friendship like a, how do I explain this? When they treat your friendship as like an almost controlling relationship. And I'll explain to you what I mean. But if someone gets upset about you not texting them or calling them or telling you your personal information, you don't owe any of that to anybody, ever. And a genuine friend will see that like maybe you're busy, maybe you're not in the mood to talk, maybe you're not ready to converse about something, and respect that decision rather than guilt you for it. So that's a big deal to me. How to seem more attractive to people. I think people are attracted to things that they think are A, pretty, B, confident, because a lot of times people are not confident and they see someone who is, and a lot of times people bash it, but a lot of times people mirror them because they want to feel the way that they see this person portraying themselves. So I think the best way to seem more attractive to people is to just make sure that you are doing things that make you feel good about yourself, because when you feel good about yourself, it radiates to people around you. I mean, things that make you a kinder person, a happier person. That is what I think makes people more attractive, because even like I could see someone in like a style of clothing that I know would never personally look good on me, but I'm so attracted to it because of the way that they feel like themselves in it. And I think that's like the most accurate way to truly be more attractive, is to just enhance things about yourself that make you feel happier or more confident. Do when some girl is trying to go after your man. A lot of girls do this where they see a man they find as attractive and they go after him even when they know that you are with them. And I have never had to say anything to those girls whatsoever because Sam has never entertained them. So I think it reflects the most on how your man addresses those women, because I've never had to fight for my spot in my relationship or feel like I'm competing with another woman because Sam has never entertained them. He doesn't talk to them. He doesn't go out of his way to like, he doesn't Snapchat them. He doesn't say like, oh, we're in the same like friend groups or whatever, so we like just talk to her. None of that. And even though she's the one that might be causing the problem, it's him that decides if it is a problem or not by entertaining her. So if he's entertaining her, drop him. If he's not and she's just being annoying, then know that like if she can't compete with you, like she can't compete with someone when she's not being entertained. She can act like she is, she can act like she likes your man or something or talk about him, but it literally bounces off and just looks bad on her if he's not entertaining her, and if he is entertaining her, it just looks bad on them. It's not your problem. Alrighty, we popped on the eyelashes, which I know does so much. But the very last question I have is tampons, honestly. I'm fixing to be 18, and as embarrassing, it's not embarrassing. No embarrassment here. Any of your questions are welcome with an open mind. We are not shaming anyone for any of their questions, okay? But as it is, I don't know how to use them. I have no shame at all. I do not feel bad about this whatsoever. I will show you how to use a tampon. So this is what, I remember the box being so confusing to me too, so literally don't feel bad about this. But this is what a tampon package looks like, okay? This is what, I'm gonna tear it open. This is what a tampon itself looks like. This is a super tampon. They are actually slightly smaller than this. So don't be intimidated by it. Your body is completely fine with this. It's not gonna hurt you unless you put it in wrong, which you won't do, so don't think that. But let's just assume that this is said hole, okay? We got it? All right, so here is the stringy part. We just, see up to like this middle section? We're just gonna stick it inside the hole up to like that middle section. Then you just hold it, and then your pelvis, and like when you're sitting down on the toilet, is shaped like this. It's not straight up and down, it's like this. So don't aim it straight up and down, because then you're gonna hit your muscle and it's gonna hurt. Leave it angled, and then when it's at an angle, you just push this right in. This will be inserted inside your body, you don't need to worry about it, and you just pull this plastic thing out. The plastic thing does not stay in your body. This goes in the trash. And then this is just hanging out, and the little string will be hanging out a little bit. And it's like this. And then over the next so many hours, depending on how heavy your flow is, it'll fill up, and it'll be like, it'll absorb. And then when it is, let's go back to saying this is the hole. This is all the way, by the way, you should not be able to see the tampon outside the hole. It's like in, okay? You should have about this much of your string showing. Anyway, and then you just pull it out. And I promise you, once it's ready to be pulled out, it will not hurt. It should not hurt at all. If it is hurting a little bit, it's either like not fully absorbed enough blood, or I don't know why else it would hurt. It shouldn't hurt. So if it's repeatedly hurting, maybe ask your doctor to do a pelvic exam, or like ask them about it. Hopefully this helped someone who didn't know how to use a tampon. And it's okay to be intimidated by it, because I know so many girls that are. It's not a big deal. Do not feel bad about that. So yes. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I had so much fun. I really appreciate you spending your time with me. I hope you learned something. And if you didn't, I just hope you enjoyed hanging out with me. I gotta stop stuttering, man. I really need to eat some food. I'm literally hungry, so I'm gonna go eat some food. But I hope you have a great rest of your day, and do not forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.